Okay, good day, everyone who are viewing and listening. Today we are outside an emergency shelter at the Bishop College in Kingston, and I'm here with a young mother who had to evacuate her home in Coastal to journey here because of the eruption of the La Soufrie volcano. Could you just introduce yourself for me, please?
Well, my name is Ashaki Peters. I'm 40 years old. I live in Coastal. Well, this is the second time I experienced the volcano eruption.
This is the second time.
Yes, because in 1979 when it blew the first time, my mother did take me down Beckway.
She tell you that?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel leaving your home to come to stay in a shelter? What is it like for you?
Well, when heard about the volcano, I be done packing everything and waiting on the transportation to take us to town. So before I start to pack, I see the dust. So I said, children, come. Let me get the stuff out the road and wait on the bus. And soon as the bus come, we move.
So you came up in a bus.
Yes.
And that was when? Thursday
The,
or Friday?
the Friday, the bus carried us to Lodge Village School. And then a police lady named Miss Antoine, she take us to a home in Central up at Sharps. The lady named Anne Brackwin.
Yes.
Yes, so,
So
we are
co-
staying there
So you're staying at a private home
in Sharps.
in Redemption Shop.
Yes, please.
How has this been? How difficult has this been for you?
Very, very difficult
Why would you? Tell me a bit.
because I leave some of my clothes behind, but right now where I am, we getting clothes, I getting pampers, I getting milk for the baby and so forth, and pad for her and so forth, like if she
Who's providing the support?
Nemo.
Okay, so Nima has been providing some
Yes,
support for you.
and the supplies come at the school, so I register at the school, so I go at the school and collect the supplies.
How much are you all living in the household in Coastal?
Well, it's me, my little baby, my son, the 3-year-old, and the 19-year-old. She up by Pastor Best Church.
Okay. Are you looking to go back home anytime soon? Do you want to go back home now, or you prefer staying in Kingston for a while?
Well, I will stay in Chaps for a while because the people are very nice to me and I'm nice to them. And I have other relatives in Chaps as well, the Stevens. Yeah.
And is there anything you would like persons to know besides, I mean, if you need any help or anything like that?
Yes, I just get a little help. Sometimes my cousins, they bring money for us and so on and so
So
forth.
you don't need any help now, or do you need help?
I need help.
Yes,
Need a
because
lot
you
of
have a
help.
baby.
Yes.
And how is the baby coping?
The baby is coping well and she sleep well. She sleep in the day and she will up in the night for breast.
And how old is the baby?
She's 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah, so tomorrow she'll be 3 months.
Okay. So as you're seeing here, a lot of persons' livelihood have been affected because of this eruption of the La Soufrière volcano. Persons are coming from the orange zone and the red zone areas which are unsafe in order to be safe here in the safety zone, Kingston and surrounding area. So thank you for speaking to us, and I really appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay, good day, folks. We're outside of the Bishop College Kingston Emergency Shelter, where a number of persons who have been evacuated from the red zone, orange zone area of the country are staying. Currently, I'm here with a young man from North Leeward. I'm going to allow him to introduce himself. He was a bit reluctant to come out of North Leeward. So I'm gonna get an understanding of why he was reluctant and a bit about his experience. So just introduce yourself for me, please.
Good day, my name is Orlando Anderson, and the reason why I didn't want to leave from Leeward, I have my little vegetarian stuff going on, my little animals, my little ground provision, and the ash. When I noticed the ash was coming more, I said, boy, this can't be staying too right now, I have to move, because it does itself affecting me, hurting my chest. So I decided to move and say, well, I have to put everything aside, like farming and other ground facts and even house. we might stay into Cardo to show amount of ash might bring down the roof. So I just say, boy, see now my time to move up because I'm not too sure if situation might get a little worse. I do leave people down there still who looking for it to try reach, but it's just a situation I they do and get you, I don't get you. So right now, I wish everybody who in that Leo themselves who still holding on, who see if they could see a brighter day, just to get out of Leo for right now and come and see socialism, see life up here, see how green is there. Because down there like a deserted area right now.
So today actually marks one week since an order for persons to be evacuated was issued by the Prime Minister. When did you come up?
I came up since Tuesday.
So you came up Tuesday, which is quite late in a sense.
Yeah.
And you said because of the ash, you were forced in somewhat to come up.
Yeah.
What would you like persons to know or to understand how much have persons been affected because of this eruption?
Well, it affect all majority of the farmers, the fisher folks. It even affect the illegal vendors down in North Leeward. People who not all that have it like wealthy people. When me mean wealthy, you don't know. Poor, you get the poor class with house roof problem. People with little farming issues right now who don't get little assistance from the farmers thing where they go in program and number of things I could mention but I just want to cut a little short. So I just ask everybody who down there, forget about every little thing we get down there and try be reasonable enough and come up and get yourself together. We don't lose already, we can't do nothing.
Right. So, folks, you heard why he was a bit reluctant to leave because his livelihood depend on everything down there. So, we are at least happy that you left. How are you going to survive now that...
Well, I gotta cope with everything. I have to take every little step. If I have a glass of water today, I expect to get a big amount. So I'm thankful for every little thing we're doing right now. But I wish it could have been more normal, but can't do nothing to that. I don't lose already. I have to just gain with everything I'm going with right now.
So, folks, you heard it from the man himself, somebody who has lived through this experience, and he is hoping for the best. He would like to return to his community to make ends meet, but for now, he's trying to stay safe. So, thank you guys for tuning in, and goodbye. So, we are here with another individual from North Leeward. I'm going to let him introduce himself. I was told that he was also hesitant to leave the community to journey into the safety zone. So I want to know a bit about why he was so reluctant and a bit of his experience. Please introduce yourself for me.
My name is Wesley Roy Mason from Coast Hill.
Mr. Mason, what do you do by profession?
I do tourism.
Tourism.
Yes, and I do have a lookout right above my head.
Right.
You know, and when I hear the PM talk about evacuate from North Leeward, I said to myself, I'm not gonna trust this volcano. I gonna present myself in the first going out with evacuating people from North Leeward to Baga. And then we take a next small van from Baga to up Sharps. And before this volcano is like, I dreamed this, I see a lot of tears. And when I reached up by Sharps, and I saw the way I go and open the door. When I open the door, a bat come out. I said, boy, this is a wrong sign. And rain started pouring down. But I remember now to myself that I leave home and I go in a different home. But we didn't sleep there. We end up and we go to Large Village about after 2. And when we go to Large Village, it's like, boy, I started to get more scared because the volcano didn't go off as yet. And when that volcano go off, it shake me because I get the experience of 1979 in the volcano in the 79 wasn't like this. This is chaos, I'm telling you. If you go to North Leeward, it's like from Barley to as far as where we reach Coast Hill, it's like a desert. It just dry. Everything just one color on the roof. And on the behold, and I know we're going through a crisis, but on the behold, for North Leeward want a lift. If we could go back there, I don't know. Scientists say, well, we might have like 6 or 7 months, and as well as it might run more than that. But North Leeward on the behold, I don't know how some people making it because the dust is so strong that you go down there, it's like dust taking you from all the way from Barra, from Kyoto Flat, go right back as far as Richmond. But I reached to Coast Hill, and somebody sent me some video with from Chumka Hill, go right back to Fituse. Man, it was scarce. It just scarce. We don't know. I in a home right now. I away from my home, original home. But definitely, we're going through a real death crisis here. Because water is central, money is central because I have bills to pay. I'm not working, but I help here much.
What
8 days.
Okay, so when did you left North Leeward?
I leave North Leeward the same, was a Thursday. Was a Thursday, the captain, yeah, PM said, evacuate. That was around after 3.
So you haven't gone back since?
No, I went back there Monday,
Yeah.
and I sweep off my roof because all the roof have ash. So when you do so, you could get like, I could get like a close to more than 50 sack of ash, but I gonna keep them. And as well, if I live to see, I go back to North Leeward. It's like all over. It's like when you're gonna start a relationship over and over again.
So what has been your experience like coming to the center?
Coming to the center is not a big experience for me because in 79, I do enjoy it in 79. 79 wasn't like this. This is more bigger and dangerous and at life with the gas what coming from the volcano. I don't know how with that yet, but going back there, I experienced more this time than 79.
Okay, so folks, you have heard it there from another person who have lived through the experience, and this is just another indication of the nature or the serious nature of what the eruption of La Soufrie volcano has caused. Okay, so thank you very much for speaking to us.
Man, no problem.
And goodbye.
Yeah, man, goodbye.
Okay, so good day, viewers and listeners of IKTV Boom FM and wherever you're tuning in from. We are here outside of the Bishop College Kingston Emergency Shelter, and right here I have with me the shelter manager for this particular shelter. And his name is Ronnie Richardson. I know him from a very long time. Ronnie, good day, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, viewers.
Okay, tell me about your responsibility, your role and responsibility here.
All right. Well, I am the shelter manager here at Bishop's College Kingston. I am a teacher here, so I am volunteering as a shelter manager. I have a team of persons who work along with me. I have Mr. Douglas Ryan, Colin Butler, and I have the principal herself is here with me. And from time to time, other teachers would come in, because they volunteer as well. So the other teachers would come in and they would help out in what way they can. As it relates to my role and responsibility, I am responsible for ensuring that all goes well on the camp. I would also receive donations and sign for them and so on, and give basic instructions and so on for the well-being of the evacuees here.
Okay, so you talk about receiving donation. What has it been like? How are persons supporting this center? Are you getting enough support?
Well, I could tell you what happened. Somebody came and they did a post on Facebook. I don't know who the person was, and they made an appeal on our behalf to the general public, and the responses have been good. So what I would like to use the words of our principal, we can hold our own for at least the rest of the week or until next week thereabout. So as it relates to people bringing the donation and the contribution and so on, that has been good, and we are very appreciative of that. Also, Nemo has been chipping in, and they have been filling more than a hole. So we are very grateful for that.
Okay, so in terms of how much persons are here at this center, and just give me a breakdown of the dynamics in terms of the...
Okay. In total, I have 57 evacuees. I have 9 boys and 7 girls, 22 adult males, and 19 adult females. Now, what is dynamic unique about us is that the majority of persons here are from North Leeward, specifically from Coles Hill. You know, I have a family from Petit Bodel, a family of 10 persons. I have one family of 3 from Sandy Bay, a family of 6 from Georgetown, and I have 1 or 2 persons who are here by themselves. But the majority of them, as I said, they are from the community of Coles Hill, and they are very community spirited. You know, and that makes it very easy for us to manage the shelter. They are all basically neighbors, so we don't really have anybody having any issues with each other or anything of the sort, because, as I said, they know each other. You know, so it's very easy for us.
And you're a pretty young man yourself. To take on such responsibility, what does this mean for you personally?
Well, you see, as a Christian, I believe in helping people. You know, I live right in town here, and, you know, living by myself, I'm quite comfortable where I am at home. But I as a Vincentian, I would not be at peace if I know my people are in a crisis or experiencing a crisis. And I am home, just in the luxury of my home, with my foot all cocked up and so on and so forth. And persons are basically, you know, meeting hard times. So for me, volunteering, it's something that is self-fulfilling for me. I'm enjoying it. You know, even though I don't eat on time or anything of the sort, it's not a bother. I just make sure that my folks eat on time and that they are well taken care of. So I would make my wrongs and ask people, "You good? Have you eaten?" and so on and so forth. You know, for me, it's basically, I think it's the Christian thing that I should be doing. And we claim that St. Vincent is a Christian community. We have a large Christian community here. So I would appeal to the other Christians to do likewise, because it is really it gives a satisfying feeling to know that you are doing what you are called to do. You are the salt of the earth.
And what have been your greatest challenge, or what have been most persons' greatest challenge here at the center?
The greatest challenge, I believe, is the challenge that everybody else is facing. Water. Yeah, water is the greatest challenge. Because, you know, as I said before, these people are from Leeward, and, you know, the thing about them, they like to get up early and make sure they don't sweep and they have cleaned out and all of that. Just this morning, I see them got up early and they were there sweeping off the louvers from the school, ensuring that, you know, they don't get any dust coming in. So that, I think, is the greatest challenge for us. In particular, we would get water, but we don't have a tank, a big tank per se. We took one from the one that we had in the agriculture science field, but that is not good enough. It's not big enough. So by the time it's spent a day and a half, the water is gone. So that is the biggest challenge for us.
So you probably need a bigger tank.
Yes, we need a tank.
Okay, and finally, is there anything you would like persons who are viewing this to know and understand?
Well, I have been hearing stories about other shelters where things are going missing, and, you know, this is what is happening and the volunteers are doing this and all of that. I just want to appeal to those persons who are doing that to stop, because they are painting a bad picture. Because we at Bishop's College Kingston, we believe that we are doing the best. I believe here that we are well organized and things are going good for us. Our evacuees, our campers, they are happy, and we are happy because they are happy. But the negative impression that is being painted of shelters, this is not something that is generalized. Yeah, so I would like for persons to desist from doing that. Also, I would like to encourage persons who are thinking about donating or giving, and you may have second thoughts. I would advise you, you know, just do what you are called to do. You fulfill your part and leave the rest to God, because these persons are really in need. And it doesn't make any sense that you are convicted to help and then you just change your mind because somebody says something. Because the shelter that you may want to help may not necessarily be the shelter that is experiencing these things. You know, so I think as Vincentians, we need to really bind ourselves together and realize that this is for the greater good of our nation. So we have to just do it out of the gratitude of our heart. You know, and also I just want to remind persons that the volunteers are not being paid. So So just to put a bit of humor in it. So let's all work together, and we will get over this.
Okay. Well, folks, you have heard it from the shelter manager himself, Ronnie Richardson. And Ronnie, thank you for taking the time out and speaking to us.
And thank you for coming.
All right.